cash show since the misfits couldn't carry on. But I'ma carry on and get the party cracking. The homegirl 7 carats known for text blasting. Get she on the rob if you want action. 800 plus, it's a known fashion. Keep her back up, playing custom wheels cracking. Big cell can keep it real, what a passion. All gas, no break, in and out of traffic. You see your brother on a hole, respect the passions. Whether they outlaws or outcasts. Big Cell's top 5 when you in traffic. Roger Rod, mind your business, stay in your own lane. Respect others in the set the game. Spread black love the old fashioned way. You miss the West with the South, this a master pass. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Big Cell in your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Big Cell on your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Big Cell in your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Big Cell on your radio.
Again, appreciate y'all, man. I love you guys. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for the donations.
No doubt.
Don't forget, man, support the channel, support the platform. I need you. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And again, man, I love you guys. Don't forget the 5 things I'm gonna leave you with. Ride your own ride, stay in your own lane, mind your business, have enough love in yourself to have some love for me. We're gonna ride for love and love to ride, man. We gone, man. All right. We back now. I promise you we back. My apologies for earlier. Again, you guys got to understand this. I'm not making no excuses, but it's a lot of technical shit that go on with this. And me, I'm self-taught, self-learned, YouTube University. So I had to go back and think and just put some stuff together. So we're here now. I got my special guest in the building. Yeah, I got my special guest in the building. And we're here to... All right, God, okay, calm down. Motherfucker be going crazy. I got my special guest in the building, my man Black. I said it earlier. I'm gonna say this. I want to dub you the mayor. If I give you governor, they might go crazy. So the mayor,
they're gonna go crazy if you say mayor.
The mayor of the race scene here in Georgia, man. He's been putting a lot of work in, and I think we'll get into this later, but. Your biggest challenge has been to class the classes. Yes. Has that been your biggest challenge?
Yes, 100%.
So we're gonna talk about that, man. Right here in Georgia, July 20th is going down at Middle Georgia Sport Park, and that's gonna be is that gonna be the first race on that track, or is there? No, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's the first race at that track. Yeah,
because this is a brand new. They repaved it in the whole 9 yards, so we can get into that.
Yeah.
So if you're coming, and that's King of the South weekend, correct?
Yes.
Shout out to the King of the South, man. Y'all know how they put it down for the ATL. So it's going down. Everybody already be here. But Black got some surprises for you as well. We're going to talk about that. And again, I want to apologize. This is the second video. So the first one will be deleted and this will be the one to watch. And I appreciate everybody for hanging in there with me. But again, self-taught, self-learned, and just all we do, do what we got to do to make it work. So, first off, just introduce yourself, tell them who you are, what you got going on.
Okay, so I'm Black. Everybody know me in the Harley world.
I wonder where you got the name from. Where did you get the name Black from?
Because I'm light skinned, I guess. Yeah, because I'm
I
light
can
skinned.
see that. I can
Yeah,
see that.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? They say my mama was really white. You know,
Yeah, okay.
My daddy was just real dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that's how you get that count. That's
There
how you
you
get
go.
that mix. Oh, okay.
There you go. But yeah, man. So you know, in the motorcycle world, that's what they know me by.
So did you start off with the need for speed, or you just kind of grew into that, or saw that? What turned you into the need for speed, or what was it that you knew that this is what the speed shit? Because we're gonna get into your other profession, your real speed profession. Yeah, we're gonna get in that. But what was it for you that turned you into speed, or that attracted
I don't know.
you to
You know,
speed?
coming up in South Florida as a shorty, riding dirt bikes, Banshee. You know, everybody in the South who know me from stunting. It kind of sort of started from stunting, and it just I just like biking in every aspect. Dirt bikes, Harleys, sport bikes, Banshees. I like stunting. I like drag racing, motocross, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just like motorcycles.
Have you ever had a situation that made you rethink that, like an accident or?
I've had several accidents because remember I was with the first all black stunt team in the country. All black. Notice I say all black.
First, all black,
not mixed. But anyway, I've had a lot of falls, man. You know what I'm saying? But it was never a time when I felt like, nah, I don't want to get back on it.
Wow,
never.
But see, to me, that I guess I'm simple. Yeah, tried, been there, done that, tried that, done it, you know. But so the speed thing has just been in you, and the
speed thing has been in me. And my father raced cars. You know, he was into cars. He raced cars.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's in me.
So let's talk about this. Your real love is Banshees, right?
Right. Okay, so right now is Harleys, but yes, okay. I did the Banshee thing for a bunch of years.
I heard you held a pay out there then.
Yeah.
Is the Banshee world totally different from the Harley racing world?
As far as grudge racing, no, it's not. It's the same. You know, grudge racing industry, $2,000-$3,000. You know, so but it has evolved. I haven't been in it in a while, but it has evolved.
So, like I'm saying, is it as aggressive as the Harley? Because the biggest thing, and we're going to get into this too, but the biggest thing that I and I'm not going to say hate, but the biggest thing that I kind of wish wasn't in the Harley thing is the procrastination, and
that's grudge racing though.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, if you fast, I mean, if you like world class fast, you gonna have those. It's gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? Because some people gonna be intimidated, some people scared, some people ain't got the money to race you. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like that.
So the racing thing is not the love of racing, but you have to be able to win.
Depends on who you are. Some people do it for the sport of just the high that you get from racing somebody.
Yeah.
Like me, I just think I'm a competitive ass dude.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You could tell me, man, I'm darker than you. I'm gonna say, let's go get the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So I just think I'm a competitive dude, and when it comes to something that I love in the motorcycling world, I'm gonna try to take it to the extreme. I'm on a team, by the way, so it ain't just me.
Yeah.
It's Fast and Broward, me, Peanut. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my dog Trent, Strawberry Chuck, Lil Terrence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that name
Gunplay.
That name is not allowed in my studio.
Which one?
Freckles. Yeah.
Shout out to my dog Lil Terrence. Hey, listen. So I just want to say, we had some really bad losses last year, Fast and Broward.
Wow.
But we gonna bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Just you ever watch the movie and it had a part 2, and when it went off, it said "Stay tuned."
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Just.
I mean, but really though, in the race game, losses are really what gets you to the winning circle.
Hell yeah, losses
because you go back and say you see some shit like,
unless somebody just totally just blow your doors off repeatedly, and you're like, well, I can't do that with this dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But if somebody beat you by a bike, a half a bike, 2 bikes,
has that ever happened to you?
Plenty of times.
That I can't just leave him alone.
Yeah, absolutely not in the Harley world. Not in the Harley world. Now me, you know what I'm saying. Me and Street Kings, we raced. I raced that silver bullet bike, and Hammer beat me 2 times. You know what I'm saying? But I had a different motor. He beat me 2 times, bro. I hated it, but he beat me. I had to leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it happens.
Okay, so In putting this race together
Mhm.
here in Georgia that weekend, what was most important?
Location.
Okay.
Because originally it started out as me trying to get a street, a real deal street. Like, by the way, shout out to my guys, pound for pound, rest in peace, Hubble. That's my guy.
Period.
Super lost. Okay, but when I went to Memphis and I saw Hubble, I know all the streets in Georgia, the race streets.
Yeah.
But they had a street. They had the street secured. They was charging, like $20 to come in. You come on the street, racing all day. The fans had a good show. I was looking for something like that. But being that we're in the city limits of Atlanta, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a street like that where they're gonna let us race, all day. You know what I'm saying? And we can charge and we can pay people. The reason why we would charge is to pay people to secure the street. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for a come up. It's you got 8, 9, 10 guys that gotta stand in intersections and make sure that nobody come out. And not intersections, but driveways to make sure nobody come out. You gotta pay guys to run the staging, and you gotta pay guys to clean up the trash. Last year when we did that race in the street, we put 56 50-gallon trash bags on the back of a truck. 56 50-gallon trash bags. We found everything from condoms.
Damn.
Chicken bones.
I thought I saw that little action too in the cone over there. I thought I saw that little action in the cone over there.
Everything you could think of was out there.
I had my little photo.
Yeah, man, but you have to pay people. So I was originally looking for a street where I could get, you know what I'm saying? And we could just have that street, we could pay some guys, but I couldn't find it. You know what I'm saying? So somebody said, hey man, why don't you just try Middle Georgia Motorsports and just I was like, no, because we do it in the street.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to a track.
Yeah.
But somebody just told me, hey man, just try here, really cool dude. And just talk to him. So I went and talked to the owner of the track, and he was like, man, listen, we just redid this track, bro. We got a lot more to go. We'll let you do it however you want to do it. I was like, however we want to do it? He said, yeah. I said, we come from street racing. He said, okay, well, I won't prep the track. I'll shave the track. So we'll make it like, a street surface. I said, well, we got a street light that we use. He said, well, I'll let y'all go instant green and you can bring your street light. Just water burnout. I said, but I don't think it's long enough. So everybody was telling me like, Black, it ain't gonna be long enough. The first time
let's explain that long enough. With Harleys, Harleys require a quarter-mile track, right?
Yeah, Harleys and motorcycles period require whatever you want. And me and you can say let's race 300 feet.
Yeah.
But the more popular races in the Harley world is quarter mile in the street.
In the street.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody know quarter mile is 1,320 feet.
Everybody, I didn't know that.
Well, it's 1,320 feet. 8th mile is 660 feet. Okay, so you got to really just think about it. So the first thing I did, I went to where we race at. We ain't got to say no names. Okay. I went to where we race at in the street. And I took a roller and I rolled it from the starting line all the way up the hill to where guys turn around. That was like 2,000 feet. Okay. So that means they're racing. Y'all got to follow me and do the math. They're racing 1320
and slowing down 700. Basically.
They got 700. Yeah, they got 700 feet basically to slow down.
Yeah,
and that was I rolled it from the.
And a quarter mile is what now?
1320.
And an eighth of a mile is what?
660.
So they got an eighth of a mile to slow down.
Over an eighth.
A little bit over.
They got a couple, maybe a couple. But guess what? The street kind of levels out at the top. Yeah, so they really have more.
But the hill slows you down too.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I paid attention to where everybody was turning around at, because if y'all can remember last year, I had my guy at the bottom. I had my guy at about 1,500 feet, 1,700 feet. And I rolled it past where he was all the way at the top where it leveled out. That was like 2,000 and some feet. So I said in my head, okay, well, I know at least we need about 2,100 feet.
Okay. So
when I went to the track, I rolled it out. And the first time I did it, I didn't do it on live. I was, by myself. And it was 2,700 feet.
Wow. That's more than enough.
Way, way more than enough.
So the track just looks small or something? Is that what it is?
The track originally was, it's really an 8th mile track.
Okay.
Originally, if you go to the track, you'll see where the first turnoff was. The first turnoff was probably 1,300 feet.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? It was probably 12 or 1,300 feet. Now, when they redid the track, now it's 2,700. I did it on my live. So if y'all want to see me do it, I did it on my live. If nobody believes it, it's
and the reason
27
why we're explaining this is because we're trying to get rid of all of the myths of it ain't gonna be a decent track.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's why
it is phenomenal. The track itself, let me tell y'all, the track itself is phenomenal. I will personally stamp the track. The track itself, the surface, the whole shebang is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we the last 3 hours, we're gonna make it sticky, but the daytime racing like we do in the streets is not gonna be as sticky. It's gonna be good enough. The guy told me, to sum it up, it's gonna be like this. If you take that street where we race at, it'll be a little bit better than what that street is, natural surface.
Okay.
It'll be a little bit better than that. You understand? So everybody will be, ain't gonna be no issues about what my bike couldn't hook up, or you know what I'm saying?
But again, it's street racing though.
It's street style racing.
So let me boom. That's perfect. Boy, you're a genius. We're doing street style racing.
Mm-hmm.
And street style racing, you have to accommodate the street, not your rider has to accommodate the street.
The surface.
So what I'm telling you is this, what I'm telling you, and I'm saying that to say this, is that there really could be no complaints. If you're not hooking, then you're just not hooking, because
Correct.
We're doing street style racing.
And that's the good thing about quote unquote street racing or street style racing. You have to make your bike work. You understand?
Yeah.
Last year, a lot of guys came out there last year to the regular street, to our little Mexico, I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
They had a lot of power and it wasn't working. So the guys that had a little bit more than a lot of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was working good.
Yeah.
Same thing with the track. You have to make your bike work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Air pressure or tuning. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shift points. The whole thing. You got to make the bike work.
Yeah. So what are you most excited about come July 20th? What are you most excited
I'm most excited about seeing all of the racers in one location with no pressure.
Wow.
With no pressure. Because I jokingly say this. I'm a shit starter, right? I can get some guys to race.
Okay.
Respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Because guess what? I know 99% of the racers. Pretty much you can kind of sit, even y'all as fans, y'all can sit back and watch and say, okay, well, you know what? I want to see these two guys race, but you kind of sort of in the back of your head, you know, okay, why this guy won't race that guy? Maybe because he know this bike is too fast. Maybe because he's intimidated because this bike beat that bike. You understand? Okay. Different guys have different reasons as to why. I don't think a lot of guys are scared. I think a lot of guys are intimidated by certain guys. It's probably about 5 guys in this culture that a lot of guys are
that have talked their way into victory, or to talk their way out of a race.
They're intimidated.
Yeah,
they're intimidated.
They've intimidated.
But they're fast. There are some guys. Let me tell you, there are some guys, and this goes from the East Coast to the West. There are some guys that talk a lot and they mediocre fast, and there are some guys that's fast for real.
Yeah,
it's some real deal programs out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
So let's begin. You just mentioned the West Coast. Do you expect a big turnout from the West Coast?
I do, because I talked to quite a few of them, and they, the only thing I could take a guy for is his word.
Yeah,
they told me they coming. Everybody that told me they coming, I posted them on the page. If they come, hallelujah.
What is it? Ken, and I'm finna start some shit. Is the West Coast faster than the South?
To be determined. Okay, so I'm gonna say this, and everybody know I'm straight up and down. I think they fast as shit. I think we're fast as shit. But in my mind, there are some bikes that I think are just super duper fast, and the bikes that I personally feel like are super duper fast. I think it's a few over there. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I think it's a few over there, and I think it's a few over here. But it's hard as shit to get them to race each other.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But the bikes that I personally think are the fastest, I could think of 2 are come from the East Coast.
Wow.
Honest to God, they come from the East Coast. And I think most of the guys, if you're in this race culture, y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? They fast, they got they have a great program, because it's bigger than just having a badass bike. You got to have a badass bike. You got to have a badass rider. You got to have a badass tuner.
You got to have a good ass day.
Yeah, exactly. You have a good ass day, and you have to have an entire program, bro, for real.
You got to have 2 + 2 + 2 + 2 got to equal 10.
Yeah, man, for real.
Yeah, it's a definitely you got to have that winning combination. Yeah,
absolutely.
So we can't. is this going to be an East Coast versus West Coast kind of thing?
I think it's always that when they show up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they come, and a lot of them they gonna cuss my ass out because I've only been over there one time. You remember that one time and I didn't have a bike. But me and Peanut and the rest of my guys, man, we have made it our pact. We gotta go to the West Coast and we gotta take some bikes. And I want to try to put something together where we can take about 10 fast ass bikes from the East Coast and get them over there, even if we have to pay for the transpo. But then there are some politics that go into play. Some guys may say, okay, well, I don't trust my bike on that trailer. My bike got to go on my own trailer. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I think it's deeper than that. And I'm gonna say this. I really wish I had the money just to sponsor the whole thing. Fuck it, just all you gotta do, because you got a lot of guys who they're only fast. They only want to be fast here. I'm trying to say it the right way. Like they're not gonna travel. They're gonna find every excuse not to travel. Because
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna tell you. When the West Coast comes to the East, I think it's a little easier for them, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Atlanta, and I'm not even from here, but I'm gonna tell you, Atlanta is somewhere to come to. Like, even when them guys are not racing, they can go to the strip clubs.
Yeah,
they can go to historical
any
shit.
clubs. Period.
It's a bunch of bad women here. You know what I'm saying? If we go to, and on top of that, when they come, we give them a safe environment to race on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The one time that I went there, I know this is no disrespect to the West Coast, but we had to move to 3 different streets. You understand?
Within a matter of 20 minutes.
But yeah, absolutely. You remember that?
Yeah.
So I think it's a little easier for them to come here than for us to go there. The price is the same. The price is going to be the same, but it's a little easier when they come here on as far as the whole racing thing. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, I just wish that there was a crew or somebody out there that could put something together. And because I've talked to a lot of guys over here, a lot of guys just don't want to go way that way and get out there and the police make you move.
Yeah, or don't get a race.
Or you don't get a race. I think we'll get races. Them dudes race. Yeah, they race. The biggest thing, my personal biggest concern would be if we got a 36-foot trailer.
You done unloaded 10 bikes.
We done unloaded 10 bikes. We got a tent set up and
all that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got a mean program that we move with. And then if we're there at the street and it done took us an hour, then we got a whole setup, and then they come through and they make us move. It just ain't as easy for us. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's
so the West Coast. What we're asking for y'all to do is let's find us a track. Find us somewhere where we can come down there and kick y'all ass.
It could 100% be a track that gives us as racers leeway. Like, let us
a quarter mile track,
and let us have our way. Let us leave on instant green. Don't prep the track. Kind of sort of let us do what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? Within the realms of the rules.
You think racing is bigger on these out here than out there? Maybe that's why they don't have it.
I think racing is just big. Period. Okay. Harley racing is just big. Period.
Yeah.
Even at the track.
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, like, we got more tracks than them on the down south than they have on the west. So that's what I'm saying. Do you think the race scene is just is bigger here down south than it is on the West Coast? Not just hard. I'm just.
I think they race more than we do. They race more than we do because I pay attention to the channels or whatever. They race more than we do in the street.
But I'm saying the scene on a whole. I'm saying the culture. I think the race culture is bigger down south than it is on the West. That's why they don't really have I don't agree. How many tracks? We got about 6 tracks here in Georgia?
In Georgia?
Yeah.
Probably about 6, but all of them ain't quarter mile.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? All of them aren't biker friendly.
Okay.
You understand? All of them aren't friendly. You understand what I'm saying?
They your mama friendly or your daddy?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you have to take that into consideration. There are a few tracks like the one that we're gonna be at, biker friendly. He's a biker.
What about parking on RVs and parking?
All of that. Now, even the other tracks, $Silver Dollar, they're biker friendly. I ain't gonna lie, they're biker friendly. Yeah, everybody know Commerce track. That's gone. That's over with.
They got rid of Commerce.
Commerce is gone.
Wow.
And they got some other little small tracks around 8 Mile tracks, but this it would boil down to an opinion. Some people would say, like the car guys would say that this probably is the baddest track in Georgia, the most hookingest track in Georgia.
The one we're
going to be at Middle Georgia. Yes.
Okay. So what are you really looking for? What do you expect from July 20th?
I'm looking for some good racing. I told a couple of my partners, I told Peanut and my boy K9, I said, listen, well, what I want to do in about another week or so, I'm gonna start talking some shit, respectfully, like not me personally, but I'm gonna start talking some shit. And we gotta get some races locked in, because that's what, I ain't gonna lie, it's about 5 or 6 races that I personally want to see. We got to get this shit over with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There are some races
we gotta get some straightening.
Yeah, we got to get some straightening. You know what I'm saying? It's too much jibber jabber about this guy and that guy and this coast and that coast. Man, let's get some straightening. You see what I'm saying?
So one of the biggest things that I hear to complain about, especially from the spectators, is you guys take too long to race. And because, it's more fussing or not, we call it, it's more jaw jacking. Yeah, shit talking and jaw. It's not arguing. We're not arguing. We shit talking and jaw. It's more of that than racing. And how are we going to cut that down this time?
In my opinion, the best way to cut that down is to lock races in. I said it 2-3 years ago on my live. Lock your race in. It cuts all the small talk out. The lock-in could very well. I've been DPs for guys that did $10,000 and $20,000 races, and I hold their money. It cuts all the confusion out. If you and this guy say, hey man, we're gonna race in Atlanta, whatever y'all gonna race for, that's on y'all. Y'all can race for $1 million, but y'all can say we're gonna lock out $500.
Yeah,
we're gonna lock out 500 on 10,000. Lockout only means we have agreed to race. If I'm the DP man of that, I'm gonna say, okay, what time, Sal? Y'all are gonna agree on a time that y'all have to be in the staging lane. If your ass ain't in that staging lane at such and such time, you forfeit your $500 lockout. It doesn't mean y'all can't race. You just forfeit the lockout. Why do we do lockouts? It tells me that you're gonna be there and I'm gonna be there. And if you don't show up, I get a free 100, 200, 500, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
You understand? So I think a lot of guys are afraid to lock out because they're afraid of what may happen to their bike in between now and then. If I locked you in, Sal, tonight, if I locked you in and say, Sal, we're gonna raise 130 on 130. Let's lock out 100 on 500 and gamble. Let's lock out 100
and 500
on 500.
The bet is 500. We're gonna put up 100 now,
and we can still gamble. So we're gonna lock out 1 on 5 and gamble. Okay, so watch this. If I don't show up, you get $100. But guess what? You might be mad because we didn't race. But guess what? You got $100 for coming from Conyers over to the race road.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But guess what? If we could talk all day, I'll meet you over there, and we don't meet each other over there, and nobody gets nothing out of it. So I just personally like to do lock-ins. You know what I'm saying? And also it's gonna motivate me to. I may say, you know what? I gotta race sales. Sunday. I ain't finna ride my shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I save it to sell. You see what I'm saying?
So, but trying to get that to happen has been a task.
It is, because you got 2 different coasts. From what I understand, most of the guys from the West, they don't lock in. They just, hey man, I'll meet your ass over there on Crenshaw and Slauson.
Do we have any lock-ins now?
Yes, we have some lock-ins.
What do you want to?
The lock-ins that I'm DPing, Speedy from All American Cycles. He's out of Alabama. Everybody know him in the culture. He's racing Ace from Cali.
Okay.
They've locked in. I ain't gonna, I don't want to speak on their amount, but they're locked in to race.
Is Speedy the jockey or no?
Speedy has to ride and Ace has to ride. Okay. So that's an East-West thing right there.
Yeah.
That's California Ace. Okay, that bike was done by him. That bike super fast. And then you got Speedy out of All American. That bike, I haven't seen it yet, but it's supposed to be a bad, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they locked out.
And they both got to race their own bikes.
They both got to race their own bikes.
What else we got?
Races that are locked. I got my pen. Let me see who is locked.
I mean, the money is already on the wood. We ain't talking about possible lock-in with the money that you got on the wood.
Locked. That's another race, but I can't say who. I can't say. I don't want to really say that one. They probably watching. So if they watching, I'd rather y'all come on and say it, because some of these dudes, man, like as a DP guy, I'm gonna respect it because they big time. They're big name dudes. So I would rather them say, now listen. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm giving y'all my word. In the next 7 days, if they haven't came on their pages and announced that they're gonna race, then I'll put it out there. Yeah. I just don't want to put it out there tonight because I didn't tell them I was gonna do it. Speedy don't care, Ace don't care, because they gave me permission to put that out there on my page, and y'all see it on my page.
Yeah.
But there are 2 more races, but I would rather the camps say it. Yeah. If the camps don't say it in a week, I'm gonna put it out there.
So you spoke on All America, you spoke on the West Coast, and you got to, like, you spoke on your team, Fast and Broward. When it comes to this race thing, are teams more guaranteed to win over an individual?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
A race can go either way.
Yeah.
It could be an individual that work on his own shit out his backyard. It could be,
because the guy that won in Memphis, he was a backyard builder too.
Which one? Skinny Wrench.
The guy that won Publism thing when we was out.
Yeah,
there.
But it was two different classes. You talk, what he look like? The white guy with the blown ponytail?
The one that he kind of chubby. What's it out of Milton?
Matt.
Is it Matt?
Matt won the year before last, I think. See, I forgot who won.
Yeah, but I think.
But Skinny Wrench, I think Skinny Wrench won the class too.
And he worked on his own.
Skinny Wrench got a shop.
Oh, he got a shop. Okay.
Yes, he has a shop. Skinny Wrench has a shop. Mm-hmm. So I will say this: shops do have an advantage because when we're working a job,
they're working on bikes.
They're working on bikes. You know what I'm saying? So shops do have an advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So July 20th, you expect some good racing.
I expect some really, really good racing. Also, we're doing on Saturdays, just so y'all know, we're gonna do something special. And yes, I got this from my dog Hubba. God bless his dad. So Hubba did a little something for the racers that the previous night. So we're gonna do a racers meet and greet that Saturday.
Okay.
From 12 to 4.
Okay.
We're gonna give away free food, drinks, some awards to, it's basically for the racers.
Okay.
Everybody's invited, but it'll basically be for the racers. And we're gonna do some special stuff. I don't want to give away a whole. We're gonna do some special stuff, some giveaways, and then it is actually 2.8 miles from the race road for the guys that are gonna race in the street. You know what I'm saying? They can go. They're 2.8 miles away. That will be Saturday. It's just gonna be a racers meet and greet. You know what I'm saying? Be music. You know what I'm saying? Get in the shade. Get some drinks.
What about? Because one of the things we used to do here at Black was when I was doing it on Sundays, we had regular mojos that came out and race. How do we get away from that? Is the bikes too fast now for that?
No, that's a class. I got a hard tie class. Those are the ones that I tell people all the time, the guys that I really, really, really like to deal with, and there's no arguing, are the guys that ride their bike all day, every day.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it ain't no pressure on them. Take for example with me, if I go lose to, I don't know, Carlos out of Champaign, Illinois,
yeah,
it's gonna be all over the gram, right?
Because his mouth is big. Carlos got a big mouth.
That's my dog. So listen, so if two, let's just say two OBs race, OBs off brands, whatever. So let's just listen, man. Let's just say two regular guys race.
Okay.
They'll do it 5 times.
Yeah.
For $20 a piece.
Yeah.
And they happy afterwards, regardless of who won them. They happy and assisted with a bag of, you know what I'm saying? Because they get to do it back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Those are the guys that do all of the racing. But a lot of those guys, you know what they come up to me and say to me on the race road? Man, we intimidated. We don't want to go out there. Yeah. Because it's a bunch of people.
I don't want to look bad. My bike's slow. Yeah.
Yes. But those are the guys that I want to cater to because it's less arguing. They got their shit together. They ain't got to go do
this. They out here to have fun. Right?
All they got to do is crank their bike up and get to the start line.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They don't walk around each other's bikes and say, what kind of fuel you on, your handlebars, your swing on. They get on their bikes, they go to the start line, we cut the light on, they go.
Yeah.
And they get down there, you can see them at the other end talking shit. Let's go again, then. Let's do it again. Yeah. And they come back and run it back to back to back. Yeah. And that is why I created a class for those guys, hard tire. You understand? The hard tire class is for the everyday rider.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy about the bike. Everyday riders. 8th mile. It's like a homeboy race.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So that race is an 8-mile race.
That race is an 8-mile race.
Okay.
For the hard tie guys. And we're gonna have the female shootout. That's the one that you're gonna co-sponsor.
Yeah.
And just so y'all know, we have to have at least 8 girls to do it. We have to have 8 girls. It will be maybe we'll let them go out the back door, but for right now, it's gonna be an 8-mile race. The all female Harley shootout. All right, and it'll be a
why you restricted them to the 8th mile?
The girls. No, I'm just kidding. Listen. No. I said that because I wanted to start some shit. I told y'all I'm a shit starter. But listen, if we get there to the track and we got 8 girls and they want to go out the back door, okay, they'll go out the back door. It's a free class.
What he means by go out the back door, so y'all, you no Diddy, no homo type of shit.
Yeah, they can.
What do you mean out the back door is a quarter mile?
Yeah, they can go quarter mile.
Go out the back. Ain't nobody going out my back door.
Yeah, so I know that we got 3 females. I know for a fact that we got 3 males for sure that want to do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think when a lot of girls get to the track, a lot of women get to the track, I think that they'll be like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
You see, but we have to have 8. It's free. And you'll win $1,000. You're gonna win $1,000. Only thing, but you have to get your bike tech. Tech cards will be $25.
Yeah, but
it's free to get in that class. And whoever wins is $1,000. Period. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't come out there females with a damn drag bike. You have to have a regular highway bike.
I'm gonna raise my hand. Let me know when.
Go ahead.
Do they have to be born a female?
Man, there you go, the bullshit. Hey, listen. I was about to say something, but I'm gonna keep it PG. Because we're in Atlanta, they're gonna dog our ass by that. Because we are in Atlanta, they're gonna dog us by that.
I'm just saying, man, all female is hard today, boys.
Listen, no switch hitters in that class. No switch hitters in that class. Period. No switch hitters. We fuck the motorcycle. We might have to take the women. We might have to take the women. Drop it, draws, bend over. Let me see this. No, I was just kidding. Yeah, but no.
Hey man.
But yeah, we're gonna do the all female shootout, man. $1,000. We're gonna do a pro street class shootout. We're gonna do a true street shootout. We got a class for every kind of bike that you would see race in the street.
So now here's where the fun part starts. Let's start breaking down the classes. And let me I want you to explain why you dubbed your class, because your classes always cause argument. Mm-hmm. So let's start from the lowest to the highest. What we got? What's
the lowest is the hard tire.
Hard tire. Now what is hard tire?
Hard tire is a bike that has a regular Harley Davidson tire on it.
Okay. It
has a stock swing arm. It has tall bars. It has blinkers. It has headlights. It has a basic exhaust like a Bassani or a Reinhardt, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's foot shifting. You don't smell race gas. He's on regular 93, not no pump E85. He's on regular 93. He just went out of town on this bike. You understand?
So my 135 would qualify for my hard tire.
Your 135 would qualify for the hard tire. Okay. As long as you're on regular fuel.
It's my regular
stock swing arm, tall bars. Yes, you can. It doesn't matter. I don't give a damn who you put on it to ride it. Yeah. It'll just be an 8th mile race. You see what I'm saying? So, and another reason why I did it at 8th mile, because say for example you're 135 and somebody has a 153, but they got a hard tire on it. You're gonna beat him out the gate, but he'll run you down. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So guess what? I just made the race fair. Y'all go an 8th mile.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's a rider's race anyway, right?
That's a rider's race.
Yeah.
Yes. So don't ask me, okay, well, Black, he got this kind of motor. Y'all only going 8th mile.
Yeah.
Y'all only going 8th mile.
Either run it or don't.
So that's the lightest class.
Okay, what's next?
All female. We already did that one.
Okay.
The next one up from that one is True Street. True Street is the class where it's most of the guys that you see riding around with a bike, like for example, your what do you call your bike with all the
history and motion?
Yeah, history and motion. That would be a true street bike.
Okay.
Stock swing arm, tall bars, pump gas, or 85.
Okay.
Foot shift, or you can have a air shifter. I mean, not air shifter. I'm sorry. Shift assist. Shift assist. You can have a shift assist. That's pretty much it. No power adders, no 50/50, no
Yeah.
M5, none of that shit. No drag bars.
Okay.
You can't strap the bike down. You know what I'm saying? And then the next class up from that one is Pro Street.
Okay.
Kind of sort of the same as True Street, but you can
Straps.
you can have straps.
Air
shifter. You can have an air shifter. You can have a swing arm, but you cannot be longer than 66.
Okay.
You can have whatever.
And when you say 66, is that from front tire to back tire?
Axle to axle.
Axle to axle.
Mhm.
Front axle to the back axle.
Front axle to back axle. Because and like I said, my class rules come from me just watching a whole bunch of stuff. What they do on the West, what they do in the South, what they do at the track. You understand? And at the end of the day, we don't want nobody to have an advantage over us because we're in the street and we're doing street style racing. You understand?
Okay, I got you.
And remember about 3 years ago when I first came out with the whole lay down thing, we went through the same thing with the Banshees. When it went the same direction. Guys started making Banshees get lower and lower and lower to the ground, and to the point that we call it a lay down. So if you think about the Harleys, we started out, remember the first race you did in Atlanta over in Riverdale, everybody had tall bars.
Yeah.
Everybody had a 2-man seat.
Period.
Everybody had a stock swing arm.
Yeah.
The biggest motor over there probably was a 124 or 128.
No,
yeah.
JP had the biggest.
You see what I'm saying? 117, whatever it was. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So, and if you notice, the bikes started doing this. They start getting longer and lower. Lay down bikes to the point now you used to sit up on it just like this.
Yeah, the
regular.
Okay. Like this at the
now,
start line.
Now you're here.
Yeah.
You're here. So it's a lay down bike.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So that's that class. That the lay down / Pro Street. They can run any fuel except 50/50.
Okay.
They can run M5. They can run whatever C12, whatever you got. They can be 66 long. They can have an air shifter, whatever. They can have straps. They got to have 3-inch ground clearance. And then the class on top of that is the gangster shootout. Gangster shootout. It's $1,000 buy-in. Okay, 100% payout. So if it's 8 guys, they'll win 8,000. It originally started out as a $5,000 each buy-in. And then when I did the first video, I put it out there. It was a 50,000 because we was gonna get 10 bikes. Jason Broski and Barbecue sent me their money the next day.
Wow, $5,000.
The next day.
Yeah.
You understand? They sent me their money the next day. And where I think we messed up, I posted it. And I think it intimidated, going back to what we was talking about 30 minutes ago, it intimidated a lot of guys because of who they are when they put their bike in there. You understand? So they gave me their money back in February. You understand? And to this day, nobody else gave me their 5,000. You understand? A lot of guys talked about it. 8 or 9 guys talked about doing it, but they didn't. So Barbecue decided, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? He got with Jason and they said, we'll just lower it to like 1,000. You see what I'm saying? So the gangster class is $1,000 buy-in, right? 100% payout. So if it's 9 dudes, it'll be $9,000.
Wow.
It's affordable now to everybody. Everybody. And the only rule
affordable, like
it's affordable.
$1,000.
Yeah. Because you got to think about it. Don't listen to it. Gangster class.
Yeah, that means
You know what I'm saying? That's top of the line. That's top of the top. Yeah. Everybody in the gangster. You remember when I put it on my page? Everybody in the gangster. Some guys are just real fast. And then you got some real gangsters.
They make sidewalks for a reason. Everybody ain't made to walk in the street.
You damn right.
Everybody ain't made to be in the street.
You damn right. So that'll be an exciting class to see. The gangster class. Everybody wants to see who's gonna beat Barbecue and Jason Broski with that bike that they got.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see it. And then the last 3 hours of the night, we're gonna prep the track. We're gonna 7-second bikes run like Dwayne G or Jason Broski's nitrous bike. You know what I'm saying? So we'll let those guys go 3 hours. Also, we're gonna do an ET class.
Okay.
Any bike can get in the ET class. If you know the ET, you just gotta have a rear facing light, no box and no stage box. You know, everybody that know about ET racing know. We're gonna have an ET class. It doesn't matter. You could be on a mini bike, just don't break out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have that's gonna be a fun class because you might be in the right lane on a Booster, and this guy might be in the left lane on a moped. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but it's the ET class. If you know, you know. And that's like I said, that's pretty much it, man. It's gonna be grudging in between.
So listen, and another thing too I learned, and I'm gonna ask you this too, is when they normally say the track go hot at 10, we normally sitting out there to 2:30. Will the track be hot when it's supposed to be hot?
If y'all was there last year, it was super hot outside, super. So what we're gonna do this year, I don't even really want him to open the gates until about 12. Be honest with y'all.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm encouraging everybody to bring a tent, bring your coolers and all that. I'm gonna have food vendors. I'm gonna have food vendors and non-food vendors. By the way, if you know a food vendor, you can give them my number. It's on the page. But I'm not gonna have a whole bunch of people that's selling chicken fingers and fries. So I prefer that way each vendor can make their money.
Yeah, right.
A hibachi guy, if you know a hibachi guy, get at me. If you know a seafood guy, get at me. If you know a chicken tenders and fries and wings guy, get at me. We'll probably have
tacos.
That's it. I got the taco guy. He's locked in already, and he got the best tacos in Georgia.
Hold on, you better KD. You better not let KD.
No. I'm talking about with a food truck.
I'm just. Oh yeah.
I know.
Get him straight, KD. Listen, I got him straight. KD, I got him straight for you, KD.
KD got chitlin tacos. I done been up there. I done had them. She got chitlin tacos, rutabaga tacos. I done been up there. She has great tacos. But I was talking about with a food truck. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Now, KD, if you got a food truck in the next 3 weeks, get that joke up there. You in the building. Yes. That's my dog. But he has a food truck, and he comes, I coach youth football, and he comes to the games and he sell out every time. Yeah. Every time, bro. But like I said, I don't want a whole bunch of food trucks selling the same thing. Yeah, I want people to have a variety. Okay, we can go get seafood. We can go get hibachi.
Will we have at least dollar waters?
Oh no. Oh no. Do you really think somebody gonna sell a dollar water?
I might do that.
Sell a dollar water.
Yeah, I might do that.
You probably sell out just like that.
Yeah, I might.
You know
Let me be a water man.
Absolutely.
Dollar waters, man. Because they be, I might.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna have the food trucks, the food truck vending. So if you know a vendor, tell them to get at me because I'm gonna lock it down. That's pretty much about it, man. Like I said, we're gonna have a good time. It's water burnout all day. I'm going to have my regular remote control light in case someone says, "No, man, we want the regular light," because a lot of people don't want to leave on instant green. Some people are.
Ain't it the same thing?
No, it's not. It's kind of the same. Instant green is gonna show you if you red light. With the way that we race in the street, we would have to rewind it back.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? To see.
But don't we want to know the red? Because the red light, the instant green,
it keeps confusion out.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely. But some guys, they're not used to pull up, first bulb, cut on your second bulb, green, go. Some guys are not used to that. Some guys are used.
We need that red though. We need that. We need that. Yeah.
Instant green.
Yeah.
But the ones that want to race on instant green can race on instant green. The ones that want to do it street style, I'm gonna have the light right there.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So we'll do it street like how we did every year. You have to have a stage, man. Both guys will clear the light. Come on, boom.
July 20th, Middle Sport Park, Georgia is going down. Bagger Fest. And see what the hell goes on. Again, man, you put on another event. Hope this one is a big success for you, for us, for the whole for the culture, basically. Got any favorites?
Yes. My favorites are going to be Peanut, Bruce, Yes, Guafi, Speedy, let's see, Bam, Predator, let's see, Scheme,
the Burglar,
the Burglar,
yeah,
Ace. I'm trying to name everybody. I'm gonna name everybody that got coach. Everybody's for real. Everybody's my favorite.
Yeah.
I want to see racing, man. I just want to see some racing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ken, you know what I'm saying? Just so y'all know, let's don't get it twisted before we get off. Don't get it twisted. Y'all know who closed out 2024 as the fastest guys? Do you know?
No.
Ken, Foreign Ken from Cali.
Okay.
You know who the other one was?
Who?
Hubba and Barbecue with the first 48 bike.
Okay.
Those two bikes, just so we're clear, just so that we are all clear, Foreign Ken and first 48 were the fastest two bikes in the street. Now, I will say this, All-American Kaka with the Road King was the fastest lay down bike.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you challenge that, get them guys on the phone. I'm gonna say it again for y'all. All American with the Blue Road King. I'm sorry, y'all. He had the Blue Road King. That was the fastest lay down in 2024. Foreign Ken and First 48 were the fastest.
Foreign Ken was faster than KS?
KS didn't have his bike. KS bike was messed up, remember?
Okay.
But you know, they can settle that score. I don't think they'll settle that score here. They can settle that on the yeah, they'll probably do that. But when they get over here, everybody wants to see these three guys race in one way, shape, or form. First 48, Foreign Ken, Kaka CVO, Peanuts bike, Speedy's bike. It's about Carlos's bike. It's about 5 or 6 of them.
I want to see the Burglar new bike too. That new pretty ass thing he got too.
That's a turbo. You talking about the turbo bike? Yeah.
Is it turbo?
Yeah. What color is it?
Orange, yellow, orange, and silver.
Yeah, that's the orange and silver. Or I think the bike that I'm thinking of from the Burglar is a turbo bike. That's a turbo bike. So I don't know. I talked to him, but I don't know. I hope he have it ready because everybody's gonna want to see it go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's some fast. Let me tell y'all something, man. It is some fast. I know some things from different camps. It's some fast shit gonna be in Atlanta, Georgia that weekend. I'm telling y'all. It's some fast ass lightweights. It's some fast ass middleweights, and it's some super duper fast ass bikes coming to town. I'm telling y'all that. And a lot of people know Bruce with that blue bike. He set a world record, man. That man just set a world record with that bike.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be some fast bikes, bro.
Wow. All right. So anything else you want to leave with before we get up out of here?
Say again.
Anything else you want to leave with before
That's
we
it,
get
man.
up out of here?
Listen, I appreciate you, and all that you do for us at Fastest Broward. I hope you're gonna be there with the flying cameras and
I
all.
got all that, man. I'm
you
there.
Remember one of them crashed in Memphis. You remember one of them? How it crashed out one.
That wasn't whoever that was in Memphis that ran over my goddamn 360
I thought
camera.
It crashed or something.
No, they ran that motherfucker over.
I seen a little pilot jump.
No, but of course I'm there, but I'm at my tent there. I think, yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm definitely there, hands down. I'm there that weekend. So
yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good something. Y'all bring your tents because it's gonna be super hot. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? So once again, shout out to my dog Peanut. Shout out to my whole team.
Will your bike be ready?
Yes, my bike ready right now.
Okay.
Yeah, my lightweight. You know, I keep it lightweight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I keep it light, man. I got a small block, man. I want to race small blocks. I got a stock swing arm. I foot shift my bike. I'm on E85 out the can. I want to race small blocks. You know what I'm saying? Just tap me on the shoulder, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'll leave y'all with this right here. Let me just. It ain't normal. And just stay tuned. Listen. I'm gonna say it one more time. Where the camera at? Where the camera at?
It ain't normal because he ain't told the truth.
Listen, I'm gonna look in the camera. Remember I just said that, right?
Yeah.
It ain't normal. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
There it is there. Say, man, we appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me, man, for that first show. Technical difficulties, man, but we got it together, man. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you share this video, man. Listen, that Sunday, if you're coming to Georgia for Kings of the South weekend, you want to stay that Sunday and enjoy the races. It's going to be a beautiful time. I promise you. How far is this track from Georgia? From
the race, I'm going to say this. From the race road, hour and...
It's a little ways out.
Hour and 30 minutes.
An hour and a half.
From the race road. Mm-hmm. But like I live on the south side, so it take me like an hour and 15.
From here, from my house.
From your house, it'll probably take you an hour and 45.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's a little ways out.
Yeah, a little ways out. It ain't far. You know what I'm saying? It's Macon.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know how long it take to get to Macon? It's right outside of Macon. Right out. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 exits outside of Macon.
Okay.
So it's not far. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say
575 or 75?
75.
Okay.
75 south.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be worth it because it'll be a lot of upsets. It's gonna be a lot of, you know what I'm saying?
Is the meet and greet out there too?
The meet and greet is gonna be on the south side. So the meet and greet is Saturday.
I know.
You see what I'm saying? And the reason why I put the meet and greet at Jamaica is because it's
Old National?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's 2.8 2.8 miles from the race road.
So
if they come get you a plate and go to the race road.
Yeah, get you some wings and get froggy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If they go to talking shit, they can go right to the race road. 2.8 miles away. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It'll be from 12 to 4.
So the meet and greet is here on Old National in the city. That's Saturday. That's cool.
The meet and greet is going to be in the city. It's 2.8 miles from the race road. They can come. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be for basically for my out of towners. Okay. It's free. It's free. Everything, the food, everything is free. But when it's gone, it's gone. Once it's over with, you know, of course, we all know everybody gonna go to the race road.
Period.
You know, they're gonna do
Little Mexico.
Little Mexico. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The gangster party is gonna be on Sunday. You know, and it's gonna really, really go down. That's what it is.
Well, man, I appreciate you. Tony Daniels said 16 South. No, is that 16?
Yes, 16. So you're gonna go 75 to 16.
Okay.
I don't know what exit is, but it's right outside of Macon.
Okay.
It's gonna be worth it, man. We're gonna have a good time. They got RV parking, plenty of parking. You know, $20 to get in. That's it.
So it's $20 to spectate.
$20 spectate.
And $25 for the tech card.
$20 for the tech card. But if you're getting in a class, some of these classes you won't have to pay for a tech card because it'll come with your buy-in. You understand?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So we'll do it like that. Yeah.
Well, so, there it is.
And one more thing, females. We need 8. We gotta have 8.
Yeah.
We gotta have 8 females to run the female shootout. Go ahead.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
So this is what it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You got everything you need. See y'all July 20th. Don't miss it. It's going down. Be there. That's all I can tell you. Georgia 96 exit is what they say. Tito say Georgia 96 exit.
Okay.
On 16. Love y'all. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Can I say one last thing?
Do your thing, baby.
This is my last thing. Listen, Street Kings got a bike that they're raffling off. Man, y'all get the bike, man.
I think they canceled it.
They canceled it?
I think they did. They didn't have enough.
No way.
I think so.
Did they really?
I believe so.
Damn.
I believe so. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they went on and just said, hey,
Keisha, did they cancel it for real?
Keisha gone.
Oh, she gone?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought they still had it. But yeah, they my boy, they gonna be in the building and they got some hot, fast shit. I'm telling y'all, all right. Y'all play with it. I'm telling y'all, they got some fast shit.
Hey man. That's what it is, man. I'm with my boy Black, man. Fast and Broward is going down. Cali Sid, what it do? All the way from Oakland, California, man. Listen, man. July 20th is going down. As they say, don't meet me there, beat me there. You feel me? So see y'all then. Black, I love you, appreciate you.
I love you too, brother.
Thank you for hanging in there with me to get this shit together, man. And
yes, sir.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share this video, man. And again, if you come into the GA for the King of the South, you might well go and change your ticket to Monday leave. Leave on Monday morning because you don't want to miss Sunday. You dig? There it is there. All right, y'all. Y'all be good, man. Enjoy yourself, man. I gotta let the audience go. Hey, man. Y'all do what y'all do. Peace. Damn, wrong one. Hold on. Where am I at, man? You gotta get it together, sir. You tripping, man.
The Chosen.
That's how I got that heat. Let's go.
Yo, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Right now I'm podcasting with Mr. FHO. Big Sale, FHO NIC. Coast to coast, city to city, state to state. Talking nothing but some real motorcycle. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, your boy. Get at me. Riding with some players. Big Sale, what we talking about today, homie? What they talking about?
And I don't have no time to play with truth or to be diplomatic. To hell with you diplomats and your foolish diplomacy. Speak straight words. Because those are the words that will bring about a change. Not this delicate language. I want to be politically correct. How in the hell can you be politically correct when you're blind, deaf, and dumb and destroyed by your enemy? To hell with you and your political correctness. Be a man, be a woman, and speak the truth, and then die on that truth if it comes to that. Stand up, and we won't have to have these kind of radio broadcasts in the future. We'll be sitting down talking about what we have done, what we have